Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down. You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I'm rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
McCoy. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in. Out on the perimeter or going inside.
Here's Taylor. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They go play action here on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves, and Dak Prescott in his second season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
10 yards to go on third, and they're going to go soft on the corners.
Come on, let's go!
On third down, it's Prescott. Finding time, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. A first down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it,
no,
right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
Here we go. What? None. Let's go.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Let's go.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Flex round.
Watkins alone on the left side. Taylor, he's going to air one out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get.
Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Bills going up against the Falcons. So with that, we'll send you out to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, home of the Dirty Birds, where we bring in the two men who will call the action, and that's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons.
Flex round.
They come out here in the eye. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Fresh set of downs here.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic. And this guy makes plays and open.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 59 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Jones now in motion left.
Gun. Hey, express.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 78 yards. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense. A crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this. Such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason. Does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. And
a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Ryan, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Adolphus Washington in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And some room to roam now. That one good for 12 yards. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And now out come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnover. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
12 yards to go on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is Gabriel on the catch. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 47 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and goal, Ryan escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got his tight end, Tammy. Touchdown, Falcons. Jacob Tammy from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now Taylor. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jerome Felton punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Ryan on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And got his man complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. And even 40 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. In motion left goes Jones.
Get up!
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. It's hauled in by Hardy. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, you know, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to give the ball to him as much as possible.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Watkins alone on the left side. They go play action here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Out of the Wildcat, this is Freeman. It's caught, left side, Tammy. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On the direct snap, Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's got his man, the tight end Tammy. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it is incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They could make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. On first down, it's Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Left side here, caught by Clay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Again, it's Taylor, and that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
Flex round! Flex round!
Watkins alone on the left side. Taylor will throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Justin Hunter, the one he was searching for. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And Carpenter knocks it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Jones now in motion left. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 52 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And for Coleman, if you combine the rushing and receiving yards, close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well and was just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman.
An outstanding one, and just think, if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. And Devontae Freeman gets the bulk of the carries. But Coleman, when he does get his hands on the football, he really produces in a big way, speaking of the numbers you just gave.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can...
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And McCoy loses the football. They find some open field here.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Dancing to his left. Muscles him off. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Taylor. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because
he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big-time play there on 4th and 10. 59 yards.
Here we go. 1-9, Ohio.
This give is to McCoy. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot.
And he loses the football a second time. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Kyle Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion left goes Jones. On second down, Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Ryan, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 17 yards on the pickup. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Ryan to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. And oh, not good here. Their field general is still down, and that would not bode well for this offense if he's unable to continue. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Shaw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw is Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's first down, Buffalo.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Shift together here from the D-line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 4th and 3.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. Over the middle and in play. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run. Devontae Freeman. A gain of 3, second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And quickly, they get to the line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Again, we'll see the pistol here. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. They trying to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well.
And he's got his tight end, Tammy. Touchdown, Falcons. Jacob Tammy, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They come out here in the eye. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ryan, flush to his right. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. But, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll buy some time right. That's caught inside the 20s. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 62 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And here come the Bills. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be told.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ryan eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Second down, 8.
Ohio!
Watkins alone on the left side. Now it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing...